Yo, GM fam, how the heck are we? Happy Monday morning. It is 10 a.m. October 2nd. Another month came and went. Fall month, baby. Baby. That was Turbo. We got you. Got you muted over on the StreamYard. Hey, GM fam, good morning. Hope you are having yourselves a great Monday so far. You had a great weekend. Turbo, you know, it's Monday. It's a case of the Mondays. Forget to mute yourself. No big whoop.
Bro, I muted my road. So that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is that I haven't had my Pepsi yet today. You know what I'm saying? For our big Pepsi energy drink, you know what I'm saying? Sponsorship that I'm like really pulling for. So shouts out to Pepsi. That'll get me going for today. Am I right?
There you go. Yeah. But I'm on water. I'm stuck on water until the energy drink thing comes. I've got one in the fridge. The brand will not be named, so we don't have to, do any. Hey, really quick, Corey, what's up, dude? I want to hear this.
Yo, what up?
My dude, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time in the making. I'm so glad that you came up here. How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh.
Good, man.
It happened.
I had to hurry up and get up here before, things got too crazy.
It's going to get spicy today.
I'm gonna have to step down now. There's too many people in here.
It's today's gonna fill up, I think, today. So I'm glad that this was a great day for you to pop up in the beginning of the show. Say what's up, man. Long time in the making. Benjamin.
Man, that made me so happy.
What's up? New account.
What's up?
Who dis?
New account. Who dis? It's me, the formerly known as the Biddy Boy, but it's Mr. Ben Armstrong because we grew up overnight, and here we are. We got our new studio going. We're in the door, getting our computer set up for our live stream today.
Boom.
We're ready to make a little thumbnail. We're doing crypto only, and getting ready to sell my demon today. Why am I getting ready to sell my demon? People may wonder. Well, yeah, I definitely do money. Need money. It's interesting because apparently a lot of people are saying they're following addresses and accounts, and they're like, oh, he's got all this money. Guys, I don't have any money. Only money I have is the money that got donated to me and the money that I sold the Rolex for. That's all I got. So people are saying different things they don't know. Yes, there may be addresses I've been associated with in the past. Those addresses are owned by the former company. So I don't have access to any of that stuff. So I'm trying to sell my Bored Ape. So I'm moving the money Wolfie gave me and some other stuff to try to pull my Bored Ape out in order to sell it so I can get the difference between what it was leveraged for and then what the value is. So I'm going to be doing some interesting stuff. I got some good ideas from Wolfie on how to do that today. But
I love this.
I'm selling my Bored Ape. I'm selling my demon. Why? Because they got the stench of the old company on it. I'm done with all this stuff from the old company, and we're ready to rebuild and start fresh and do crypto, and that's what we're going to focus on.
Bro, I love this. I love all that, right? Because you said in the video, brand new company, new studio. AJ's starting over, new portfolio, new channel. We're hopping on board. We're starting fresh, right? We've got a lot of new things, man. I'm getting ready to sell my Coda, possibly the Mutant. We got to do the same thing, man. We got to make sure that life continues to move forward, because that's the absolute most important thing while we rebuild. But I tell you what, man, getting in position for this next run, it's the markets are looking fantastic this morning after this weekend's nice little pumpy. But what do you think? Is this sustainable, or is this just like let's get a little excitement going, and really we're not seeing anything till next year?
Well, I think that when you look at it, I've said for like God knows how long, over a year now, that I believe that the bull run would start in Q4 of this year. And big shocker, we just jumped some futures contracts and stuff at the end of September, and here we are in Q4, the first week of Q4, and here we are, first week in our new studio. A lot of people are saying that the BitBoy drama is that's the bottom of the sentiment for the crypto market. And I don't know. I think there may be some truth to that. And I think that, I think that the timing couldn't be better for us to come in here and do the new studio, because I do believe this is sustainable. Now, does this mean that we're not going to see Bitcoin go down at all again? No, of course. I mean, we're going to get pullbacks, and it's going to be a slow ride at first. This isn't where tomorrow we're back above 30K, or we're back above 35K. It's going to take some time. But I think that people are going to look back and they're going to mark October kind of as the beginning of when things started to, started to move in this market.
Yes, I love that. Speaking of new studio, obviously today's a Monday. Had to make sure that I was set up and ready to roll for a Monday morning show. But if you guys did pay attention to Ben's video over, was that on Friday? Saturday. Thank you. On Saturday. I'm packing up my gear. After the show today, I'm packing up my gear and I'm heading over to that new studio. And like Ben said earlier, it's crypto, it's Web3, it's blockchain, man. We're moving shit forward. We are moving forward, and it's time to get to work, man. And I can't wait to be back with you. Turbo is coming with us. We got a whole community of people that have just been fucking loyal, ride or die this whole time, man. We've been building, growing, and we're just solid, man. Let's get it. It's time to get to work, baby.
Yeah. And Jay, to all the people, that don't mind their own business, F them, bro. F them. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let's just get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's that time, man. You couldn't be prouder to see it all coming together. It's that go time. You know what I'm saying? When we put Chain Labs together, we said, bro, we're changing the world.
We are.
That's what we're gonna do.
We are. And thanks everyone for joining us. This Web3 Breakfast. It's your first time here. We just got to go over the rules really quick. We got one rule. It's one rule only. Don't be a douchebag. Yeah. No douchebags, no racist, sexist, homophobes. Other than that, you are more than welcome to come up on the stage and chit chat with us, chop it up. We respect your opinions and what you're saying, but don't be a douche. We'll kick you off pretty fast. And then halfway through the show at 10:30, we do a workout. So get ready to stand up, get your heart rate going, get your blood pumping, something, because you got to have a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy portfolio. So that's what we work on every day here. Thanks for joining us. This is Web3 Breakfast, baby. 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I got a feeling this show is going to start growing a lot faster. I got a feeling that Web3 Breakfast is about to get on the map. I can't wait to get you in the studio and get things set up in here so I can come on the show some days. And can't do it every day because obviously, like, now I'm having to do all my own setup for my show, which I wasn't have to do before. I'm making a thumbnail right now as we speak. It feels like a lot of people forgot I built everything and that I do everything myself. But it does take some time to get this going.
One of the things, and I love this. I love everything that's happening, right? One of the things that we've all talked about this before, as like the growth of, a content creator, as a YouTube, whatever it is that you want to do, you want to get in this business. We've always thought that, when people come in and they watch you at the beginning and it's, it's the rudimentary setup, the overlays aren't sexy, the graphics aren't cool, the camera may go blurry a little bit here and there. But as that growth continues to happen and they watch the success and everybody, has shares in that success growing around you, then you all rally as a troop. And I think that's what we get to witness with, with you, with us, with everybody, is like, this is the time we get to, like, we're starting fresh, we're rebuilding. This is the perfect time in the market for a lot of people to really pay attention to what's happening and do the same thing. Like, let's work together as a group and let's all be successful. The rising tide floats all boats. We're all going to make it happen. Wag me, baby, whatever you want to say, whatever you do, let's make it happen.
I miss WagMe.
And then there was Ardo. What is going on, everyone?
Ardo, how we doing, man?
You guys we're doing good, man. Look, you guys are tuned in to the world's top
Web3 Breakfast show. As they said, don't be a douchebag. Respect for all, disrespect for none. When you come up on this stage, we talk about crypto. We talk about health and wellness. We talk about life. We talk about positivity. We talk about advancing the culture of Web3, but also the technology of Web3 and the community of Web3. And I'm proud to see the growth of this show. And this is something to add to Ben, when we talk about the four currencies, right? At one point in time, he took his time to build the knowledge, gained relationships, and showed everyone how to make money. Never forget that's that fourth currency. And so this week, I'm super excited to see everyone that is going to that forum, because it's going to be one of the most important pivotal moments in the history of Web3. I'm so excited. So if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Baby.
Yep. And we're going to UCLA, the Global Sports Business Forum. We are going to go talk to some of the largest executives in the world. Google, Amazon. Yeah, we may be chatting with the VP from SportsCenter, ESPN, from Blizzard, Activision, all these things, man. Like literally, it's the biggest opportunity. We've been talking about this for a while, and that's on Friday. So if you're in the LA area, hit me up because we'll be out there over the next couple of days, getting ready for that.
Now, is that Lower Alabama?
Yep.
Is that Lower Alabama?
Lower Alabama.
Yeah.
Don't forget to kidnap me.
Oh yeah,
and energy Pepsi drinks.
Oh yeah, man. We got the initiative. So Bravo Company is going to go and pick up a couple people, in a van. We'll make sure they have the chloroform, so that if they're asked, they really don't know how we came to nab them.
We call that plausible deniability. But yeah, they're coming to coming to support us at UCLA on Friday. So if you're in the area, make sure that you tap in. UCLA is going to be popping in.
Don't forget, Jay Chains. Web3 Breakfast Show will be live at the event and
at the
able
forum,
to interview
where UCLA basketball is. We're going to be live at the forum, baby.
Yeah.
Now, is there a lot of fog out there? Or like, isn't there like not fog? Like, what's that called? Like air pollution? What do they call it? Smog. Is there a lot of smog out there in LA?
In the morning.
Well, what happens when the smog lifts? Does anybody know?
When it lifts,
you can see again.
I know it's the dad joke coming in. Dad joke alert.
You CLA.
That's a dad joke brought to you by Ben Armstrong.
Bringing the dad jokes. Get ready. It's a Ben dad joke. And welcome in.
Welcome back.
Hey, did I miss Corey get up and speak? I didn't hear him.
You did, man. He fired it off, man. We've been waiting so freaking long for that.
Don't be calling me out. I just did. Hey, welcome, Ben, to Web3 Breakfast. It's good to have you here. I have a question for you guys since I got both of you here. Ballet Wallet. Now, if I remember correctly, I was thinking that Ben wasn't a fan of it, but Justin, you are. I was curious what your guys' thoughts are on Ballet Wallet.
Yeah, I'll go first if you don't mind, Justin.
For sure.
The whole thing is with Ballet Wallet is like at first I really liked it because I thought it was going to be really good for adoption, but there is an issue with it, and the issue is, and it's a philosophical issue. It's not like a tech issue, or it's not like an honesty. It's a trust issue. I guess that's probably the best way to say it, because the thing is that they have all your private keys somewhere. Like the only way that wallet works is that somewhere there's a list of all of the private keys that go to those wallets. And I remember Ken Bozak, whatever happened to Ken? The guy disappeared, but
he started doing adult videos instead of crypto.
Oh, well, I mean, I remember we all saw his one, but
he made it a full-time thing, I think. Shout out to Ken. Long time, man. Hope you're well, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Love Ken. But Ken, Ken, it was all about custody and, having your own assets and stuff. And, the fact is that, what we saw with Celsius, I'm not comparing Ballet to Celsius by any stretch of imagination, but what I am saying is that you always want to own your own keys and have access to all your own things. And you do have your own key to that, but they also have it. They've got a backup somewhere. Now, look, this is information from 2.5 or 3 years ago when it debuted. Like maybe they've changed that up. But that was Ken's big issue with it. And I think for me, looking at what's going on custody-wise, and people need to have control of their own assets, and then look at me being guilty of letting my company run my assets, and now I don't have any assets. People may say I don't have room to talk on this, but like I said in my tweet today, new era. It's a time where we're really going to be focusing on custody. And now I see what happens when you don't. Look, we got to live trustless. Like that's the whole thing, and that's why here at our new, I don't know what we're going to call our new alliance, right? Me, J Chains, AJ. I hope we're going to be able to get Frank at some point. Frank's not really talking to me, so I don't have any reason to believe that Frank will, other than I just believe that Frank will. And we might have room for some other people to join our little alliance here, but the whole thing is like J Chains is not my employee. Like AJ's not my employee. We're all staying independent and we're working together to collaborate, right? Because I've seen what happens when you trust people, even if they're your best friends. Even if they're your best friends, I've now seen what happens when you trust people with your assets and with sensitive information. And so I think for us going forward, for us all, I want us to live our lives like we say crypto should be ran, right? Which is trustless and decentralized. And so that's what we're going to be trying to do. We're going to be trying to put our money where our mouth is, where all this stuff is. And so, that is my issue with Ballet Wallet. It's just, you have to have too much trust. So yeah. I think it's a great product. It's great for adoption, but is it good for custody? I think that's a whole other question.
Yeah, that's, literally, that's how, those are the negative aspects that I think about the same thing. I just agree. And I firmly believe, because we need to push the mass adoption, and we're going to have a lot of beginners. Absolutely great for a beginner, right? Like if you've got 50 to $5,000 worth of crypto, it's not a bad option. And they're not going to come after your little chump change. If you've got, 5 million, I would keep it somewhere a little bit safer for sure. But if you're just getting into the game and you've got very little, or if you want to send it to like a nephew or an aunt or something, right, with like 25 or 50 bucks on it, like great option to start learning. But if you're high net worth, yes, there are better options for you, 100%. But yeah, I agree.
It's a learning wallet.
Yeah.
I just found a news article about me selling my Rolex. Like, crypto is really boring right now.
Very.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, are you going to be running for president of Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, and you ticker Bitcoin? The community would love you to run for president. We have an election coming up.
Run for president? Well, I think right now
too busy for. I think Ben's too busy for politics right now. We're building a business to start getting into politics at the moment, but maybe come back, sometime in the future.
2028.
Well, I do
2028.
Listen, I do believe that. Look, I've said publicly that I am no longer speaking about the subject, and I'm not going to speak about the subject at all. And the reason is, we for all intents and purposes, we've already won. It's just a matter of time, and the other side doesn't realize it yet. But when they do, it's going to be something where they're going to be shocked at what's coming. I know something that's coming that they don't, and it's going to be very, very, very dramatic for them. And that's why for us, like in my legal team, we've already won. We don't have to talk anymore about this. And this doesn't have anything to do with what happened the other night when I got arrested. This only has to do with some other things that were said, and some things that I know. And so because of that, we're moving forward. I know a lot of people want to know about it, but we just got to stick to crypto only. But I can tell everybody that I believe over the next few weeks, this is going to be over. And so right now I got to focus on me. I got to focus on crypto. I got to get back in to the crypto game. Like, cause I've been out for a little bit. I've been watching. I'm excited about quarter four. I have been excited about quarter four. So I think the timing for coming back right now is really good. And there is a lot of, I have been preoccupied with a lot of stuff, but that stuff is going to start, it already has started slowing down now that we've got a lot of the loose ends, and we pulled at the thread of what's going on underneath the surface. And we've uncovered the entire ball of wax and the entire ball of yarn. And, people are going to be real excited to see that. My point in saying all this is that by the time that this is over, there's going to be some people that are going to be seen as absolute heroes, and some people that are going to be seen as absolute villains. And people might look at this situation and be like, it's so dramatic. Like, man, this guy's going to stay away from politics, right? Because there's so much drama and blah, blah. No, people are going to be begging me to probably run for president or Congress by the time this is over. So my reputation is going to be better than it's ever been by 100x in the next, I would say, 2 to 4 weeks, if not this week. So everybody needs to pay attention. Everybody needs to be watching. There's something coming. There's some bombshells coming.
No
Hey,
problem.
Ben, can I just say that I wasn't a fan of you until recently, and you flipped me because you've been you've been genuine now. You know, you're not candy coated anymore.
Yeah.
So just keep being the real you, man. Keep mogging it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait.
I also wanted to drop something on you. There's a coin called Mog that we've got. Luca, Elio.
Are we not, Jay? I'm sorry, I hit the mute on that there. Because it's not really like a chill space, kind of like a breakfast show kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We don't.
But thank you though.
Mm-hmm.
We love you though.
Right,
Thank you for being a part of it.
I'm sorry.
And,
But Ben,
shouts out to everybody for being here. This is the Web3 Breakfast. We do this every morning, every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, this has been a great show already, man. Like we're like 8 minutes away from the workout.
I know, man.
You know, everybody fired up, ready to go.
Has his hand up, and I just want to say, Ben, thank you for being here first and foremost. Hope you're having that avocado toast. I just want to say that, you're going about it the right way. First of all, you don't owe anybody an insight into what's happening in your personal life or your business life. If they're not a shareholder or they're not invested in you, it's not their business, right? Social media has made us too comfortable with expecting someone to spill the tea in their personal life, and you don't owe anybody that. So big props to you being here. Big props for the Web3 Breakfast Show, holding a safe place full of respect and a positivity, a positive place to speak and show how positive our community can be.
Absolutely. I mean, we have to, right? Because that's the biggest thing. Like, guys, the media, when we talk about this, the media perception of what, Web3, crypto, blockchain, whatever your affiliation to this ecosystem is negative, right? The more that we can just freaking be positive and be the positive beacon and spread that message and all join forces and that be like really the narrative, like then I think people will start to take us a little bit more seriously. And we are going to all get there. We know that. It's just learning. We're all learning. We're building the plane as we fly it, all of us, because this is just emerging tech, right? But at some point, we're all going to get this. And that's the whole point of spreading that message of positivity. So that's it, man. We're all getting to work and we're moving forward. And that's the whole goal. Love, what you got for us, man?
Well, I'm glad you said that. Sorry, my voice is gone. I've been partying with my Cardano family.
Yeah, how was NFTLV?
And man, it was off the chain. I got some content. Of course, you can tell it was off the chain. I'm just, I like being I like bringing the energy, man, and getting people excited.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's all about, is just support and love for one another. Like you were saying, man, so many people want to move with hate. It's so easy to fucking hate. It's so easy to hate, man.
It's just as easy to be positive.
It don't take nothing to hate. But you know what? No, it's easy to be positive. It's harder to retain being positive, right? Like we all go through things in life. You go up, you go down, you go through the motions. It's hard.
Man,
I
appreciate you.
That's the all cheap.
Man, you kind of rugged there at the end. I appreciate you being
I
here.
just wanted to say retweet the room. That's all I want.
My guy, I appreciate you. Man, he had some fun. AI love. Sound like you had some fun.
I think he got the swine flu, bro. He not doing real.
That voice.
Yeah, man, you sounded terrible, man. Like I was on. It brought me to tears. I did ask Matthew to come up because like I'm frustrated, Jay.
Okay.
with the stock market, and I needed to talk to him because, like, October we just ended the freaking fiscal year, and now we have a 45-day, buffer because like the government could still shut down,
mm-hmm.
right? Like, so I mean, like, do we need to wait, Matthew, for this to go through to really kind of do anything in the traditional stock market world, or I mean, like, what's your thoughts, bro, with this 45-day extension?
That's a good question.
Yeah, Yeah, and GM, everybody. Awesome to see everybody in here. Congrats to just the Web3 Breakfast crew for pivoting and adding and continuing to build through this market. Few people are here as often as every day, just bringing the good news and the healthy minds, bodies, and portfolios. So just want to thank you all so much for the opportunity. The 45-day thing is interesting. It caught me out a little off guard. As a cynic and doom and gloomer myself, I'm full ready to strapped in to see this thing all shut down and see what happens. But it was good to see them avert it at least. I don't think it's in anybody's best interest for that to happen. So I think it's important that they were able to get this sort of 45-day extension done. To your point, Turbo, I think that the extension is a good sign of things to come. I think that they're going to figure something out, whatever the case is. The government, as we know, takes a little bit longer of a time to get things done. I think the hard piece about this is you've got some just people on the wings and on the extremes that kind of make this a difficult thing to get past. So I think that they'll be able to get this taken care of. But from a stock market perspective, I definitely think that there's going to be some interesting moves forward. I still think, I listened to Dr. Danish's show in the morning. I would highly recommend it if people want some more financial news and information specifically. They have a lot of really good guests on there, but they've got a pretty interesting consensus that you'll see some more some rate hikes later in the year. I know that we want them to kind of stay paused, but I think that if inflation is really going to rear its head again with all these strikes, wages going up, a lot of these things kind of come into fruition, things are going to get more expensive, and we've got to sort of clamp that down. So I think from a stock perspective, my view now is to kind of just hunker down, keep dollar cost averaging, buy stocks you like, buy things that are productive, buy assets that are productive, and keep moving in that direction. I think that it'll be interesting to see Q1 how things progress, but it was definitely really nice and enlightening and feeling good to see a little bump in the crypto space over the weekend. So it's nice to see that shake out too.
Nice.
No, it's definitely. And one last thing. I'm sorry, Jay. I just said one last thing. This influx with Meta, right? Meta coming out with the VR. I mean, showing tons of just volatility, in their stock. I mean, is that something that we're traditionally seeing with companies, or is this something that we're going to see more? Because it's as soon as Mark Zuckerberg went on to talk, his stock the stock just completely dumped, right? They came out and said that he was late to his broadcast. They were having some technical issues, nothing. Then he comes on stage and starts to talk. It just dumps. Roblox comes out and they're like, yeah, we're going to put Roblox on this thing. And it just shoots up again. Then the next morning, it drops again, does the little dance. I mean, bro, is this going to be the new trend for tech companies?
Yeah, I mean, with Meta, they're playing a long game, right? They're looking 10 years out into the future, and they're seeing what our kids will want to do, and I think they're spot on. But that's something you put a long-term bet on, because Meta's not just going to mog up, today or tomorrow, but it's going to grow kind of like the S&P 500 has grown over the years.
Do you think the public has lost, do you think just complete trust in Mark Zuckerberg? So at this point, maybe, everything he does is potentially doomed?
No one's lost trust. It's just, he's putting the horse before the cart, which is smart. He's got money. He's got money to sit on his hands. So Meta's one of those, you buy a lot now, and then your kids can retire when they're 30. Meta's not going to pop overnight.
There's a person that was recently in an article that spoke about massive long option positions put on Meta, where he's like, don't worry about the short-term volatility of this thing, because if what comes to fruition, and we think kind of the metaverse play, the virtual augmented plays, all those things come to fruition, it's going to be it's going to be something really, really big in the coming future. So I see a lot of that in there. And Turbo, to your point on the volatility, you've had such a down market for such a long time. Any news, any little bumps here and there is going to cause a little bit of volatility here and there. So I don't think it's something forever, but definitely in the tech space, you're going to see a lot of it. So option premiums are going to be trading really expensive. If you can be a net seller, be a net seller. But buying lottery tickets is always an interesting play in the volatile space on options as well.
Matthew, about the metaverse, it's
time for healthy bodies, healthy minds.
Yes.
Mid-show.
Yep. And about the metaverse, it's a matter of if, not when. Just Matthew. And really quick, Corey, we got a hand, and then we're gonna get to a workout.
I was just gonna say it's workout time.
Oh yeah, Coach Corey in the house.
Oh, he gets to say it live.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's doggone right.
If you were going to do push-ups,
If you can't, if you can't get up, Coach Corey says do your Kegels.
Half right fake turbo.
I'm gonna do push-ups.
Yeah. So guys, you're doing push-ups.
Guys, I gotta sit out.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a pass today, bro. You're an excuse because we don't want to get your germs everywhere. Yo, guys, this is your first time that we do this every day at the halfway point. We're doing our workup. Get up out of your seat. This is your opportunity. If you do nothing more than just stand up, just start there. This track right here, this is Ratchet Nice. My guy, 2 Distort. Let's get to this workout.
She's so bad, she's so sad. Love you so much, why you hold back? Breaking my heart, please don't go back. Wanna run it up, bitch, yo back. I see your fake news, see your fake lies. See the things that you're talking and now I do despise. Everybody feeling wise until I sympathize. I am the GOAT, the king, the one inside their eyes. Like, listen to me, I am more than a prophecy. Like, listen to me, I'm about to walk across the sea. Like, listen to me, I am the GOAT like 20 times. 21 guns busting like it's Columbine.
Grab the wall.
Looking like you about to fall right off. Why they swimming on my wave and then I move on? Bitch, ass nigga, you should group on. Only rock that shit that's off white, yeah. And she bite on me like great white, yeah. Fuck all night, yeah, like all night, yeah. Wanna play fight, yeah, like all night, yeah. I am like cheese keys, but I smoke a blunt and I roll it in the stickiest speech. This is what I need. She's from the beat, then she come back to the function. Now she fuck with me. This is different. Everybody see my concert company. Do it, but I'm not trying to give them no more money.
Get those last reps in. You got your opportunity right now. You can either be making results or you can be making excuses.
You want this dick?
And let's bring it back in. 3, 2. Yes.
And Turbo did.
Welcome back.
He did prove that those micro workouts work, man. You do a few times a day. You got it, baby. Help yourself out.
Dude,
I was so happy when I heard that.
20 push-ups for y'all.
I was gonna say
It was on
compared to
chest day this morning, so.
Chest day.
connected to what Turbo was talking about with the market, right? Well, with his military experience and mine as well. Look, I've had the opportunity to work with government budget years ago, and understanding how it works from top bottom. And he's right. You know, when it comes to business or federal, it's not January 1st. That's the fiscal year. Like everyone's used to operating off of. It's October 1st, right? So that starts the new fiscal year. And typically it's on an annual budget, but they do have things that are on a 3 to 5 year plan, right? That budget is set for 5 years. Now, in between, let's say July and September, the reason why you see a lot of frivolous spending is because what happens if they don't fulfill the budget they've been issued for that particular sector of government or branch of government, they lose that allocation amount for that next fiscal year. So let's say they have $300 million. If they only spend 200, well, they lose 100 million for that next year's budget. And then they're stuck with proving that they need more for the next year. And so they end up trying to spend or borrow in debt in order to make up for what they lost. This then creates IOU system, right? Understanding how the central banks tie into this, you know, being obviously owned by the Rothschilds. People that don't know, the Federal Reserve is not owned by the federal government. It's owned by the Rothschilds, just so you know. And so what we're seeing right now with the, you know, push off of the shutdown, it's all that money that was just frivolously spent, moved around. Now they have to figure out a way to fix it in order to stay afloat. Who they're going to borrow from, what notes they're going to cash out, what bonds they're going to cash out or place in a position to be able to use, whether it's standby letters of credit, BGs, MTNs. These are things that governments hold to just as much as they hold Bitcoin, just as much as they hold gold. If you haven't been paying attention to the commodities market, you have countries that are starting to make gold eminent domain again. I know this from being involved directly as an intermediary in the commodities market. So these are things that you don't get to see on the news, right? Because if you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. But if you watch the news, you're misinformed. And so it's a look at the left hand while I do something with the right. And, oh, we made a screw up. So we'll post we made a screw up, but we're going to blend what the screw up is about so we don't lose the quote unquote trust of the people. So that's what we're seeing right now. Buy the rumor, sell the news. If you're in, dollar cost average, keep your head low, and make sure you're doing due diligence and reading in before you go all in.
There you go. That's like every reminder you need, man. I love it. And this is not financial advice, except for when Matthew's speaking. Matthew can speak on this kind of stuff because he is a registered financial advisor.
100%. That's the greatest, man. I remember those days when everybody's like, it's not financial advice. And then they were like, you're not a financial advisor. So like, you can't even give financial advice. So you don't even have to say that.
Yeah. Well,
so those are good times.
Yeah. We shouldn't even have to say it, but we apparently do. What's up, Marauder?
Yo, Marauder.
GM guys. Hope everyone's having a great morning. That workout was awesome. Got me wide awake. Kind of an additional to what I did this morning. I did a bunch of cardio this morning already, but I love working out with you boys per usual.
I do need to step up my cardio game. My cardio game is terrible at the moment.
No, it's awful, dude. I wake up at like 6 a.m. and I just go on like 2-mile run every morning, and it's awful. I hate it.
JJ, let's start doing some cardio, bro. Let's freaking do it after work or something, like, because I don't know if people know, like, there's a rumor going around. Now, it's not confirmed yet. I haven't signed a contract or anything. But there's a rumor going on. There might be a boxing match coming in November for me. So I gotta get in that fighting shape, boys.
Yo, I could be your trainer, Ben. I used to train some professional boxers, so I got about like a whole slew of personal training certifications. So I can get you right, big dog. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Ben, are you ever scared for your life since you've been dunking on the Shadow Cabal like every day on live streams? Are you ever scared that somebody's going to come after you?
Absolutely. I'll tell you guys, when the bombshell comes out, people are going to understand. People are going to understand. I believe my life has been in danger, and I believe it continues to be in danger. But the only thing is going to be that, and I'll tell you, there's people up there that work in my former company who feel like their lives are in danger, and I know this. And I think AJ would attest to it. AJ just went and bought a gun yesterday, boys. Like,
that's crazy.
This is not a joke. This is not something that, and there's people's freedom on the line. There are people's freedom and their entire futures are on the line in this situation. And there's freedom on the line for 100%. When people's freedom is on the line, they get very desperate. So whether it's running away, which I believe there's at least one person that I definitely believe is getting prepared to leave the country, or whether it is, somebody trying to come after us. I do think that's why I'm glad we're in an undisclosed location. And, the fact is, though, like, I just found out my alarm back home is going off. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. We believe that some wires in my garage door have been cut. This is real, guys. But the thing is I've been so loud and vocal about it that even if I died in a car accident, people are going to know what happened and they're going to know who's responsible. So from that perspective, and look, guys, my fear, I was scared. There was a season where I was scared, and I got to the very bottom and I was terrified and I tapped out and I told them they win. And my non-negotiable was not separating from the company, and people are going to come to understand why that was the hard line that they had to take, was to separate me from the company, because they know if I was inside the company, I would have figured this stuff out much faster. But the fact that they wouldn't let me back in the company, I figured it all out anyways. So, I have the information that I have is already out, is what I'll say. And there are people that already know it. So have all the evidence. So if they try to come after me and try to kill me, then it doesn't matter. The evidence is already out there. And there are people that already have this evidence, important people. And it's going to do them no good to try to kill us. So they may try to kill me just because they're angry, but that's about all they're going to do. And then that's just going to add to their sentences.
Well,
Ben, we can talk offline about security.
I do have security. Security will be here this week for me.
Ben, so just so you know, that the event that I'm going to at UCLA, that's Ardo's the man. Between him and Turbo, these are conversations we want to have.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a former paramilitary operator, by the way, Ben.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And remember, guys, like, the one thing we always talk about here at Breakfast, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like there's nothing to like take someone's life, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, to lose your life and, get locked away for something, so just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Take some time. Yeah, there's money on the line. Yeah, our families and stuff, you know what I mean? But this is it's not worth it, guys.
We'll
you know what I'm saying? Like everybody is valuable. Let the courts handle it, bro. 100. What's up, Ben?
Yeah, and that's where I'm at, and that's what I mean when I'm talking about my safety. I mean that's something that's very important. It's something that, you know, I think that when my safety is at risk, I mean it's something that I got to talk about because it literally is. I mean, guys, man, when people find out, when they figure this out, that they're going to see, they're going to be shocked that I haven't done more, and they're going to be shocked that I'm still alive, I believe. But I think that there's a lot of people that with intimidation, you know, they've been trying to intimidate me, and I'm not intimidated anymore. And so, you know, I think that crypto going forward, that's what I'm doing on the channel, and that's what we're going to be talking about today on my channel. Like, there's no talking about the situation on my channel at all. I mean, I know a lot of people are asking questions, and I can't answer any of those questions. You know, my lawyer has directed me. You know, there were some things I haven't done, some things I was going to be ready to talk about, some things I was going to release, and we decided not to release any of it and keep it close to the vest because that's the best way. At this point, I'm going to be letting all the courts that are going to be involved play it out.
Maybe
because there's no win for me and talking about it. I can only hurt my case at this point because our case is so strong.
Maybe what we can do is to keep your channel clean of all of this. Maybe we do like once or twice a week, whatever we do, like a little juicy gossip hour. And this is where you can have the platform to spill the tea if you need to.
Yeah, but like I said, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me to spill tea at this point because any of the tea that I spill going forward is going to kind of tip my hand onto what I have and what I know, and we're trying to avoid that. I mean, the people involved, they know what the score is right now. They know.
Yeah. Katie McGee.
Best thing is radio silence, right? We've seen this happen before, and people are like, "Oh, why won't you say anything? You're holding out on us, and you won't tell us the truth." No, it's because sometimes, from a legal standpoint, radio silence is best. Because, as they say, and it doesn't matter if it's a lawsuit, being arrested for criminal charges, no matter what it is. What you say can and will be used against you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to say I learned that the hard way because there's no real lasting or sticking consequences that are going to come from anything that is being said about me. But but I'll be really honest with you guys. I mean, the fact is that, yes, I have talked a lot and I put a lot of stuff on the public record. And yes, that stuff can be held against me, but it's the PR storm and it's the circus that was created out of this, which is the thing that actually helped me uncover a lot of stuff because people were coming to me with information and a lot of the things that I've said. Let me tell you guys, when all of this hits, people are going to look back at my timeline, and they're even going to look back at that video that I made in front of that person's house, and they're going to see all of my tweets, all of my videos, all of my statements. There's a whole different story there that people have missed, and people are going to dig into the stuff that I've said. And there's even, you know, I was doing it. I was going and looking at some of the videos that I had on the old channel that were leading up to this, and you can go and look. There's a lot of clues in those videos as well for stuff I was trying to say. And so I think that, you know, I wanted this to be over quickly. But unfortunately, like, I understand that, you know, there was no way that it was ever going to be over. I gotta be careful what I say right now. That everyone involved in this situation has done what they felt like they had to do because they didn't have a choice. And for me, I'm the one who had a choice. I'm the one who could have accepted a buyout and walked away, but I knew there was something underlying going on. There had to be for me to be put in this position. So because of that, you know, like I said, I think there is a lot of power in the public. And I think that I chose my statements and the stuff I said very carefully, much more carefully than people believe that I did. So you know, at the end of the day, the truth is always the defense.
Yeah.
And so as long as I'm sticking to the truth, yes, the truth can be held against you, But in this situation, the truth is going to set me free.
Right. And what people have to just like, really take a little step back and look at, and I think, Turbo was talking about this a minute ago, and somebody else had said something, I think it was Ardo or Final Frontier, was, like personal matters aside, like put that issue aside, right? Like you have to just be looking at business only, because that's what's being decided. The court doesn't give a shit about anything between Ben, Bethany, and Cassie. That doesn't fucking matter. So everybody mind their own business on that, right? Just back off. What matters is what happened at Hit Network, and that's what the court is going to decide. And the cards are going to fall as they may, right? And all of us are just going to sit on the sidelines and watch the court decide. And you can all voice your opinions and say what you want, or we can just sit and wait and see what happens. And that's what most of us are going to do up here. Is we're going to watch and let the court
and just keep building.
And just keep building, man. You can't let this be. I put a tweet out
keep
today.
Building.
There are distractions. The human body, I don't know what the figure is. Somebody can fact check me on this, but it's like we make like, a million decisions every single day. Like our minds make that many decisions a day, right? So you have to always just be moving forward. Why sit and worry about something that already happened, man? Like there are way too many things coming at us, especially with a bull run that we know is literally coming at us. Pay attention, man. Stop being distracted. Focus on what's ahead of you, please. I mean, let's have fun with the drama, sure, but like at the same time, do your shit. Mind your own business.
Speaking of taking this platform forward and taking our community forward, Honest is in the building.
My God.
Yo,
Honest has been accepted in the global forum, and he gets to be a shining light. Yeah, he gets to be a shining light for the youth.
Honest. Hey, bro, how many chains you got on right now?
I'm literally, today is a lazy day. I woke up,
You slept last night. Okay.
But there's definitely a naked girl in my bed right now that doesn't want me to be on the show. But it's okay because I'm on Web3 Breakfast. Man, it's a blessing to be here with the GOATs, and y'all even brought in the iconic Ben, man. This can't even get no more juicier, man. Hey, if anybody was gonna bring Ben on, it was gonna be J Chains, man. Hey, man. To everybody in here, man, it's if you're in fucking crypto, man, this shit is fucking roller coaster. And as we can see with the events that have happened within the last 6 months, man, I don't think nobody was just expecting this kind of bear market. The bear market, people are always like, yeah, I'm ready. Oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. But this brings out a bunch of different attitudes. People are going crazy out here. People are, you know what I'm saying? People are I feel like Ben was about to go to Dubai and everybody got scared that my boy was going to go to Dubai and fucking live life at the fucking top of his peak, man. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's there's definitely, that's one of the layers to it for sure. That's one of the levels in this thing. Obviously, when I announced I was going to move to Dubai or move the business to Dubai, a lot of business people got scared over there. And there's something that people aren't seeing. There's something that people aren't seeing. And then what you're saying makes a lot more sense. And when that thing comes out, people are going to understand. I think, and when you say this thing can't get any juicier, dog, I got to tell you, that ain't true. Jay Chains knows. Jay Chains knows what the deal is. And so, this is going, if you think this story is big now, I say just wait a couple weeks.
Y'all don't really understand. This guy Ben was over the big ocean talking to sheiks. Okay, and if y'all don't know what sheiks are, that's big money capital. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? They probably don't want Ben to get over the ocean. Because if Ben get over the ocean, he ain't gonna be with the minuscules no more. He gonna be with the sheiks. But no, what I was gonna say, I just had one small thing to say, man. I had read this book called 33 Strategies of War, man. And one of the number one things that stuck out to me that they said in the book was to never talk about the war until the war is over. And that saying right there is just iconic. And it's just like, man, that's how I think it should be, Ben. I think you should just, while you're at war with these people, man, when you're at war with them, man, just be at war. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to discuss this when the war is over. When your ass is victorious and all this shit is said and done, and one YouTube channel fucking fizzles the fuck out and one grows up fucking, you know what I'm saying, to its full potential, that's when we need to be talking about this. But if you want to give us some juicy details on the side, you know what I'm talking about, I will be pulling up. But thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, I appreciate that, honest. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And what I would tell people is I would say the 33 strategies were very short. Like you can read all 33 of them in about in a short period of time. And there's some other books out there as well that have similar kind of like rules and laws and things like that. And I think that basically people should go check all that stuff out and look at it, and then take a step back. And I'll just say, everybody think about what's going on. And I think people will see clearly. But I think that the whole thing here is, I know this is the first time I've been on a space in a long time, and obviously my situation is the craziest thing going on in crypto right now. And I understand that. And how ironic it is, I can't even really talk about the craziest thing going on in crypto. But I think for all of us, what the best thing is that we're about to go through, outside of this bombshell that's coming, that there's going to be room for us to talk about crypto, and not a lot of room for me to talk about this. And I think for all of us, understanding that, yes, the drama is juicy and the gossip is juicy, and I got people in my real life who aren't even in crypto that are telling me they're following this thing like they've never followed anything in their lives. Continue to follow it. But as far as me and my brand and what we're moving forward with crypto. That's what we're doing on my show today.
Dang right.
And I think for all of us to sit there and think, what's more important for all of us? Knowing the juicy drama of Ben's life and Ben's business and the war, or preparing ourselves for quarter 4 and for the next bull run. And I think the bull run right now is kicked off. I think it has started. That's not to say that we're not going to go back down in the 27s or 20, whatever. But I believe October is the spark that's going to light this fire. And we all need to kind of take this time and refocus on the thing why we're here, and refocus on positioning ourselves so that when new people come into the space, we can help them. Because you got to think about this. This is one of the reasons why I started my channel, right? Is when you help people make money, number one, you build allegiance, you build a following. But number 2, you're able to help the overall bull run, because my channel back in the last bull run, with it being so popular, it added people that might not have came in. And we all need to be taking a look at ourselves and what we say and what we do. And then I got to jump off here in like 7 minutes, but we all need to be taking a look at how going forward we can cultivate an environment inside of crypto Twitter, or what do you call it, CX now, right? Whatever it is, inside of crypto X or crypto Twitter, to where we're going to be welcoming, and we're going to bring people in, and we're going to help the next person make money. And when that person makes money, they're able to get the next person in. It's not a pyramid scheme, but the more people that learn and get in from awareness standpoint, the better we're all going to do, because it's just simple math. If you look at 100 million people being in crypto, and then you look at 1 billion people getting in crypto, and then you do the math on the overall market cap numbers, it's a lot easier to get to $10 trillion with 1 billion people than it is with 100 million or with 10 million. So we got to constantly be thinking of how we can bring people in. And for most of us, I know for J Chain as well, it's not just about the money. It's not just about the money. It's about the philosophy of behind crypto and decentralization. And like, those are the things we got to focus on, so that when this snowball comes and it's going down the mountain and it's picking up more snow and it's getting bigger and bigger, that when that bear market finally hits and that snowball hits it, that even though the outer layers, the people that got in the last, like, they're gone because they lost money, they waited too late, to where the amount of people that are still in the snowball, it's grown. That gives us a better baseline for future bull runs. Yeah. So I think that's really what we need to focus on and really get going on. Where's Bitcoin about to head to, and how is this going to affect the market? I mean, we are, if it doesn't start, if the bull run doesn't start in Q4, it's definitely starting in January or February. So we are in either this quarter or next quarter when things are going to start moving as we head into the halving. It's really exciting. And I think that's what people want to hear and see.
Yeah, absolutely. Like what we've been saying on the show is, because most of the time, we're it's not people with large platforms, right? We've got several people that do have larger platforms in our community, but we're speaking to people where it's like, hey, listen, if all of us literally just went out and brought one person into this ecosystem, it instantly will double overnight. Just by one person bringing in one, right? Now, several of us have the opportunity to bring in more people at one time, so we can exponentially grow our ecosystem. But literally, all you got to do is just bring one person in a positive way, so that they have a good experience, and then they are going to do the same thing that you did. It's just the math. It's how it's going to work. So keep that in mind. Be positive. Bring a friend. Bring a friend to breakfast tomorrow. How about that? 10 a.m. tomorrow. You want to be here, and bring a friend, and we'll teach them a thing or two. We got.
Are you on YouTube or just Twitter, Jay James?
YouTube. So we're doing the space, but we also live stream onto Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and then as well through Facebook. So we're multi.
Okay, cool.
We're multi-platform.
Tomorrow, like I'm going to be in person on the show.
Hell yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we're going to be able to see my beautiful, apparently super pale face.
They said you look like a ghost.
It was just the lighting, guys. Like Jay James will tell you, like, guys, I'm healthier than ever. Like things are great. Yeah. And we took that video and it was like in the weird light. We wanted to come in and make that video inside of the building, but we didn't have our key fob. We didn't get it till this morning, so we couldn't go inside. So we had to kind of like reshuffle and do it outside. And
which, by the way,
the lighting wasn't good.
The van thing was so funny. I think that's to me, even though I'm maybe a little biased of the whole video, but I think that was the best part of the whole thing.
Oh, bro, let me tell you what was really awesome was the fact that yes, obviously the van really made it, but what felt the vibes that I got when I've watched that video a million times because we did such a great job. Not to pat myself on the back and AJ and you, but like we did a killer. Everybody also noticed that when you try to flick your glasses and you missed it the first time.
Oh god, that drove me crazy. I wanted to reshoot it because of that, because I'm a perfectionist.
It was too good though.
Drove me crazy.
Good. I think it added to it because it's like we're just throwing it together. I was like, we're not like we're out here just flying by the seat of our pants. You know what I mean? And that's the way people like it. They like me better flying by the seat of my pants. They like the full scripted.
We didn't even edit it. We didn't even edit it. Like you literally saw me like fumble putting my glasses back on my face. It was terrible.
But I think the thing is though is if you are about our age, if you're in between let's say 30 and 45, and you watch that video and you didn't get late 90s WWE Raw down in the basement of the arena vibe, then you must not have watched half naked men soap operas when you were a kid like we did.
You're darn right, brother.
As someone said, oh yeah, as somebody said, they said that it's wrestling is basically interpretive dance or synchronized dance. I was watching some last night. It was on this place I was at. Pretty funny, but we love wrestling. And I just feel like me and Jay Chains and AJ, like I asked somebody to give me their best Hulk Hogan gift, because I just remember this is the team getting together, guys. We've been down on the mat. Look, Jay Chains, Web3 Breakfast, like y'all have done great, but the power of me and Jay Chains together is where the strength is. And we've been missing that. Jay Chains and I, we had an issue with each other. So people don't understand 100% what happened, but we're men and it's behind us. Yeah. And when I needed a true friend, Jay Chains was there for me. And I will remember that for my entire life. When I needed somebody, Jay Chains was there for me. And so we were on the mat. AJ was on the mat where he was at. And now we just got the Undertaker tombstone pile driver. We were driven into the ground. And now, like Hulk Hogan, we snapped out before that 3-pin. And now we're up and we're hulking up and we're ready for this bull run, brother.
Yeah, brother. Darn right.
Eat your vitamins and make sure don't take steroids.
Or if you take them, drink a lot of orange juice.
And coming to the stage is Jay Chains and Ben Armstrong returning with AJ for the match of the century. Get ready. It's going down. 2024.
Yeah, 2024 is coming. The bull run's coming. Thanks, friend Ben, for being here. This was a lot of fun. I got to get packed up. I got to head to the studio. Guys, this is Web3 Breakfast. We're going to start doing things a little bit differently around here. So I am so glad that you guys showed up. Make sure that you come back tomorrow. Like I said, bring a friend. We're going to be back in action. So let's get it, man. Have a good day.